What we're going to do today is we're going to have Kai run through our typical head and neck support reinforcement template. So the first exercise we're going to do is we're going to set up for a neck flexion and extension with a lateral resistance. We will go from left ear and then we'll go to right ear. And for the purposes of this programming, we'll generally go 1 to 3 rounds, 10 to 15 reps, 1 to 3 times a week, depending on how you write your programs. So right now from here, we're going to go into our flexion and extension with lateral resistance. So Kai's going to step out and we're going to load the parameters. He's already been fitted with the correct pad and he's got the chin strap strapped in correctly. Now we're going to set him up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get him into chin into a neutral position, slightly retracted back, and making sure the head is steady so that the band is resisting enough, but he stays in a good postured position. From here, we're going to ask him to get into a relatively an athletic base position. So he's going to squat down slightly, maintain here. Again, we're going to reset him. And now we're going to look at the load. Our ultimate goal is to have this as close to parallel to the ground as possible. From here, we're going to start the movement in flexion. So we're going to pull the forehead down and lead with the chin into the chest. So he's pulling all the way down into the chest. As he extends up, he's taking the forehead and raising it to the sky. We're trying to build a full range of motion. He's going to come back to neutral. That is rep 1. We're going to go 10 consecutive reps. Here we go. Rep 2, staying here. We're going to try to maintain steady. There you go. Relax the traps. Good job. Self-correcting, relaxing the traps. Nice and easy tempo. We are not in a rush when we're training the neck. We want a steady tempo. Pull down. Good. That's all right. Come up hard. Nice. Midpoint hold. 3. Good job. Really here, yep, pulling back hard. He's doing a very good job. He's got very good range of motion in his extension. Here now, as he's pulling the chin down, he's trying hard to squeeze and contract the muscles of the neck in even the upper trap when he's there. Good job. Breathe. Make sure we're breathing. And as we maintain this slightly athletic position, we're getting iso work through the core and the root of the body, trying to keep a stable position. He's doing a very good job in the movement. And then as we're correcting, one of the things we want to correct as a coach is, again, because we have quasi-iso, that's the great thing about the iron neck is, as it's pulling him towards the rack, he's maintaining his posture with his head as even as possible. All right, so now we're going to walk him in, give him a quick relaxation. Now he's going to rotate the other way. So now we're going to resist from the other side. So now he's going to come out, walk it out, get the resistance. What I recommend is, hopefully you have a floor that has lines on the floor so that we're in a similar spot to where we are to maintain the resistance is fairly similar. So again, he gets in that athletic base position. We reset here. He's going to tip down to start, maintain a pretty good parallel to the ground, and now we start again, 10 more reps. There you go. Self-corrects. As the athlete learns and understands his movement, the best part of a good athlete is he'd be able to self-correct himself. Pulling down. Now as we reach, try to stay right here instead. Remember, pull the forehead to the chest rather than thinking of leaning. When you feel yourself lean, then you know you've reached extension. Now as you reach, right before you feel like you're going to lean, that's when you've met full flexion. The other thing what you can do is, if you get very, very specific, is if you're really looking at it from a standpoint of being very, very understanding of the individual, is you can get right up close and do some analysis on range of motion graphics with computers to see if there's a limitation with the hold and the resistance coming from one side of the body or the other. There we go. Okay, walk it and take a break. So that's part 1 of the neck. The next part we're going to do is we're going to do front-loaded and rear-loaded lateral flexion. So now the athlete will come out straight off the rack. We'll look into the rack first, so we'll have forward loaded band at resistance. He's going to get back again. He's going to get into his athletic position. We're going to measure. And now from here, he is just going to pull his ear to his shoulder, lateral flex, come to neutral, opposite ear to shoulder, lateral flex. Trying to keep this shoulder down, come to middle, repeat. So the goal here is to move, chin is down. The goal is to try to just move enough where right when you feel the opposite shoulder come up, that's where you should stop. So yeah, there you go. Just as soon as you feel the opposite shoulder come up, there's your flexion point. See, now as I watch now, you can tell when he rotates to me, that shoulder rises a little bit higher. This is where some of our pre-work and some of our movement mobility work can come into play and help correct that. Feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby, I told you. All right, see, now we're getting lean. So now he's getting a little fatigued. We want to balance him up, make sure he's breathing. 10. Walk it and take a break. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing, but now you're going to face away. Okay, here we go, 10 reps. Come back out, come up a little more here. Pull back, there we go. That's where your good starting position. Yeah, there we go. Load it in, brace your core. Good start. There you go. Okay, watch the chin. See it now as you're getting a little fatigued, keep that chin in. There we go. Always look for the reset. Always look for the reset. Better job with the shrug. But remember, find that reset. There you go. Yep, there you go. Good athletes will kinesthetically feel the differences once you can continually help them focus on what the coaching points are. And what you can see is regardless how much the small muscles of the neck will fatigue, regardless of the resistance. So the strength training, the load is irrelevant if the movement's improper. And as we see, as we run through, last one, as we run through these patterns, fatigue is setting in, so we know we're getting some pretty solid work. Okay, walk it back. Now the key is going to be here. All right, so we're going to get him in his position. We're going to start now. Yep, see now the goal is going to be, can you maintain this ISO position without this pulling you forward? So this right here is going to maintain hard posture alignment. So I need you to pull back a little bit more, and then we're going to adjust up. Okay, now I want you to keep this position here. Chin tucked right through here, neutral. Now from here, elevate the trap. So what we're going to do is pull the shoulders to the ear. Squeeze, and then we're going to depress. We're going to allow the band to pull our shoulders down. Okay, that's 1 rep. We got 10 reps. Squeeze, breathe. We'll go 2 count hold at the top, 2 count hold on the depression. There you go. That's a good job of self-correcting, keeping that chin in good position. Last one. Nice. Okay, walk it in. So now we're going into the posterior shoulder movement of the template. We're going to do a quasi-iso hold front-loaded banded face pull. So same thing. Kai's going to walk it back. He's going to find that sweet spot with the resistance. Going to set his spine, retract the chin, just the neck a little bit into this position here. He's going to start with his arms extended, and now he's going to pull into a face pull, getting the elbows high, squeezing and retracting the shoulders here. 10 reps. We'll go 2 count hold again here. So we're going to pull. Good job here. Squeeze. There you go. Keep all that right in there. One big, there it is. Nice. Doing a good job here. There we go. Good job of self-correcting. Chin looks in a good position. Elbows up. There we go. Ten. Nice. Walk it in. All right, pull that off, take a break.